Hello everyone, welcome to the Solid Sports and Gaming channel. Welcome to our new show. Now that the NFL season has started, every Monday, come join me for the NFL Monday Football Hangover. That's what we're going to call this show. I'm Troy Westhead. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. As we're just going to just give a quick review of all the games that's happening so far and take a look ahead to tonight's game between the New York Jets and the San Francisco 49ers. So, I want to try to make these videos sort of quick, just quick review of the game, go through all the scores, and then we'll touch on the Jets and the Niners tonight. So let's go and get started. Of course, we had two games before Sunday, Thursday night football championship. I call it the championship. The champion opens the season at home as the Chiefs hosted the Baltimore Ravens rematch of the AFC Championship game. They won the game 27-20 to move to 1-0 Baltimore Ravens. I'm a Ravens fan, so it's hard for me to say that we're 0-1 now. But came down to the wire. Of course, you know the two plays. Of course, the biggest play everybody was talking about was the Isaiah Likely could not stay in bounds to have the potential go-ahead touchdown because the Ravens was going to go for two. And of course, but the play before that, like I said, Zay Flowers was open in the end zone. Lamar just missed him. So that was too tough to look at. I fell asleep, so I didn't see it till the next day. But yeah, it was tough. That was a tough loss. But I think the Ravens going to bounce back. They just got to clean up some things. The penalties was hurt them as well. But the Chiefs are the champions, and this is why they always come through in the biggest moments. The defense looked good again, and the offense definitely looked a lot better. That kid Xavier Wiley, he really looks fast on paper. Let me make sure I'm pronouncing his name right. I apologize about that, but yeah, this Chiefs offense is going to be Xavier Worthy. I'm sorry. I apologize. He's going to be a big part of this offense, I think. And the Chiefs are going to keep rolling. They got the Bengals next week, I believe. So we'll see another big game as they move to 1-0. And the Ravens are 0-1 now. Friday night, we had it's the Sao Paulo game from Brazil. Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. The Eagles win it 34-29. Jalen Hurts had up and down game, but overall they looked too bad. But had a couple of turnovers. But it was Saquon Barkley. The Giants got to be kicking themselves. 3 touchdowns, 1 receiving, 2 on the ground. I think almost 200 yards from scrimmage. He had a monster game for the Eagles. Packers, like I said, was up and down as well. Jordan Love unfortunately got hurt right before the end of the game. They expected it to be a 3 to 6 week injury. I think it's an MCL sprain, I believe. So that kind of throws some things off for the Packers. A lot of people jumped on this team. They get far this year, and still maybe they could, but these next couple of weeks, I don't even know who their backup is. I think they just got the kid from Tennessee, right? Willis, was it Green Bay? I believe so. If I'm correct. So I guess he might step in and have to play until Love gets back. But unbelievable game for Saquon and the Eagles, and they win it. They go to 1-0. Of course, Packers fall to 0-1. Now we get to Sunday. Bills hosting the Cardinals. They win it 34-28. Josh Allen was Josh Allen. 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns. Did lose a fumble, so we got to cut the turnovers down. But Cardinals, of course, everybody was seeing what Marvin Harrison Jr. was going to do. He didn't really get that many opportunities. Kyler was okay. He had to move around and run around a lot as well, but not enough to beat Buffalo as they win at 34-28. Bills are 1-0, of course, and the Cardinals are 0-1. Probably one of the biggest surprises of yesterday, the New England Patriots goes into Cincinnati and beat the Bengals 16-10. Just dominant on both sides of the ball. Offensively, they played ball control, ran the ball with Stevenson all over the Bengals. They couldn't stop him. Um, the offense looked out of whack as well for Cincinnati. But this is them every year. It seems like they start off 0-1 or 0-2, but then they turn it around. Might be like that this year. But the Patriots, congratulations first of all. O.J. Mayo gets his first win. Jacoby Brissett played pretty well as well. Kept it out of harm's way. Let his defense win the game for him, and that's what it done. That's what happened for New England. This was my lot pick of the week, so I got that wrong. And Patriots are 1-0. Bengals are 0-1. Minnesota at the New York Giants. Minnesota wins easily 28-6. Giants, man. I mean, it's just hard. I mean, I know it's hard to be a Giants fan right now. Daniel Jones throws 2 interceptions. But let's talk more about the Vikings. I mean, this is a game I also had as an upset. I was like, well, the Giants, they're at home. Maybe they can ride momentum. Sam Darnold has had his issues in the past, but he played well yesterday. And this Minnesota team, like I said, they have kind of like Tennessee. They have skilled players. It's just, can the quarterback get them the ball and not turn it over? If so, they're going to be competitive. Just too much talent on that side of the ball. So the Vikings win it 28-6. They go to 1-0. Giants fall to 0-1. Titans at the Bears. Bears win it 24-17, but it wasn't because of Caleb Williams. Only 93 yards passing, under 50% completion percentage. Didn't play well at all. But it was this Bears defense. 2 pick sixes and a fumble recovery for touchdowns. Gets most of the points. Titans could not just get over the hump. Will Levis, he had some turnovers as well. And that hurt Tennessee, and they lose 24-17 as the Bears go to 1-0. The Titans go to 0-1. Not surprised of the, well, I'm surprised by the score, but not the result. Saints 47-10 over the Panthers. Carolina just looks lost right now. Bryce Young, I mean, I know it ain't all on the kid, but they got to help him out. Saints, though, I'm going to give the Saints the credit. Of course, this defense is still pretty good. Cam Jordan and that front four can still get after it. But Alvin Kamara came to play yesterday. He played pretty well. And Derek Carr, got to tip your hat to him as well. He played a decent game as well. 3 touchdown passes. And the Saints win easily. 47-10 to go to 1-0. Panthers go to 0-1. Pittsburgh Steelers at the Atlanta Falcons. Steelers win it 18-10 to win their first game of the year. Spoiling Kirk Cousins' debut. Kirk Cousins didn't look that bad, but the Steelers' defense made him look bad. 2 interceptions. They slowed down the running game with Bijan Robinson. Never could really get in the rhythm. Just frustrated the Falcons' offense all afternoon. I watched this game pretty much mostly. Just 6 field goals, so that's the concern with the Steelers. The offense still ain't pop. It shows some flashes. Justin Fields didn't play bad. Didn't play great, but didn't play bad. No turnovers. Had a couple of key throws at points of time, or kept the ball. They had some design runs for him as well. I guess the question is, if Russell Wilson ready next week, do you go back to him, or do you stick with Fields because he won the game and controlled the ball? So that's something to look forward to next week for the Steelers as they go to 1-0 and the Falcons fall to 0-1. Jags at Dolphins. The Dolphins win it 20-17. Of course, the biggest story for this game was before the game is Tyreek Hill. Don't really call it trouble. They said it was speeding, but he was detained by the officers in Miami. I saw a little small video when he was on the ground, face down, with handcuffs on. I don't know why that was needed. So a lot of people have mixed feelings about it. I just want to know a little. I mean, that to me is still too far, no matter what was said or what happened. But I still would like to know exactly some more information. Because they took him down like he was a criminal, and then when he scored a touchdown yesterday, He did so. He pretty much marked him as he put his hands behind his back like he was in handcuffs. So he was able to get some revenge. The game was too tight though to me. Miami should have probably dominated this game. Jags stayed in it. Trevor Lawrence got to play better. The offense had a lot of yards. Two of them was over 300 yards, but just 20 points. That's what's positive to me. I didn't see this game, but you think you get over 300 yards passing and just a bunch of yards per, you're gonna score more points. So, but they win it 20-17. They go to 1-0. Jags fall to 0-1. Houston, Texas at the Indianapolis Colts. Texas win it in a close one, 29-27. CJ Stroud was CJ Stroud, but it was the newcomers. Two touchdowns scored by Stephon Diggs. Didn't have a lot of yards receiving, but he had two touchdowns. But it was all Joe Mixon, 150 yards on the ground and a touchdown for him as well. So the two new acquisitions make their names and gets the Texans the win. Anthony Richardson, even in the loss, had some big plays down the field, big throws down the field. But can he stay healthy? That'll be the day. But this Colts team not bad, and not for the sneeze at even. I think they're going to be competitive all year long. But the Texans does get the win and go to 1-0. Colts fall to 0-1. LA Chargers hosting the Las Vegas Raiders. 22-10 is the final score there. The Chargers run game or offense pretty much that Herbert just played this part, but it was J.K. Dobbins, the former Raven, running the field day or the Raiders. The Raiders, like I said, the Raiders going to be up and down team all year as well. Chargers, like I said, I think they're going to be better just because of their coach, because of Jim Harbaugh. They're going to play good football. I think I think he took a little pressure off of Justin Herbert in this game, and they was able to cruise 22-10 to go to 1-0, and the Raiders fall to 0-1. Seahawks hosted the Denver Broncos. They win it 26-20. Rough outing for Bo Nix, the rookie. So another tough rookie outing. It was all over the kid. Really could never get a rhythm down. Seattle, Geno didn't play too bad. So they win it 26-20. But it was the Seattle defense, I think, that was the statement of this game. As they go to 1-0, Broncos fall to 0-1. Dallas Cowboys at the Cleveland Browns. Cowboys with an impressive win, 33-17. Deshaun Watson, everybody was talking about it in the pre-games yesterday. This is this year. He got to show something. Didn't look good yesterday. Hopefully he played better in the future. But I think the Cleveland got to get Nick Chubb. I think Nick Chubb will stabilize things on the offensive side in that run game. Dallas, he just got paid. He got his money just before the game yesterday, $240 million, 4-year extension. Congratulations to him. Dallas should have gave it to him. Like I said that, like with your quarterbacks, you just go ahead and pay him early, so you don't have to pay him more now. So Jerry Jones gave him his money. But Ezekiel Elliott ran the ball pretty good yesterday. His Dallas defense was all over the place. Michael Parsons and others, DeMarcus Lawrence. That front line, Deshaun ain't had a chance anyway, as they was all over him. Impressive win by the Cowboys. It's another game I was wrong about that. Cleveland will win this game, but I was wrong again. And the boys go to 1-0. The Browns fall to 0-1. Washington Commanders at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 37-20 is your final. Baker Mayfield, what about that kid? Played very, very well yesterday. Mike Evans, one of the most underrated receivers in football. But this whole team, I think this team is a lot of people was just dismissing them this year. I think the Bucs. That's why I think, like I said, I picked them to win that South. I think Atlanta's going to be good, but I think Tampa deserves the benefit of the doubt after coming off the year they had last year, and now they got another year, all with the same system and everything, which is something Baker never had. So I think the Bucs could be surprised. I don't want to say surprised, but even have a better year, maybe win 10, 11 games and win the South this year. Washington Commanders, Jalen Daniels, like I said, rough time for rookies yesterday. Other than even though Caleb had a rough time and he won though. Um, ran the ball a lot as well. I think he had 2 touchdowns on the ground. And I think this kid will get better. Commanders, I think you can keep an eye on. Like I said that during my preview show. They're gonna be fun to watch, but they still have to grow a little bit. Buccaneers go to 1-0, and the Commanders fall to 0-1. And our final game, Sunday Night Football last night, was a good one. Wound up being a good game. I missed it. Lions win in overtime, 26-20 over the LA Rams. Of course, Matthew Stafford returns home. He played well. Goff played well. But it was that Lions running game, especially in overtime, that made the difference here. I think they said the young receiver Bakua, I think he got hurt. But Cooper Kupp had a monster game last night. So the Rams are going, like I said, Rams ain't going nowhere. I think they're going to be around as well. We'll see what San Francisco and the Jets do tonight. But the Lions is my Super Bowl pick. I just think the Niners, I want to see how the Niners look, but I just think the Lions can get the Niners this year just because they just been going, keep hitting your head on the ceiling. Eventually you're going to stop trying to jump to hit the ceiling. But I think, but one day I get the Niners, let's just go ahead and talk about that game now, the Jets and the 49ers. I didn't think they was going to be able to get, I thought Ayuk was going to be gone, but since he's back, and then they get Trent Williams as well. So I think they might have a new breath of fresh air, some motivation now. They can put all that behind them and just play football. So I think that is dangerous for the Niners. So I think they still going to have another great year. A lot of people think Purdy's going to take a step back. Maybe that's the only reason why I think if the Niners fall short, it'll be because of that reason. But we'll see if that's the case. The Jets, a lot of the Jets is like one of those teams. They could have you wouldn't be surprised if they was 4-13. You wouldn't be surprised if they 13-4. Aaron Rodgers, there's a lot of pressure on him. He put a lot of pressure on himself. I think tonight's going to start see where his mind is, where this Jets team is. They got talent on both sides of the ball. I expect a good ball game. I picked the Niners to win this game. We'll look at it on Thursday. Will be our next Solid Sports video blog, episode 272. We'll look back. We'll look forward to week 2 because, like I said, if you want to get a review, you can come right here and watch this show. Our new show, the NFL Monday Football Hangover, excuse me. That's the name of this show. So that's it. So enjoy the game tonight. The game's on ABC. Jets at Niners. I got the Niners in a close one at home. So every Monday we'll come here. We'll go through all the games. I give my little commentary on each one of them. Hope your team did well this week. Mine didn't. But I hope y'all at least did get a fantasy or just love football. I love football, so it was a great weekend. Can't wait till next weekend as well. Watch some more. So let's see. Who starts us off Thursday night? Let's see. Oh, Miami and Buffalo. So that's a good game, and then AFC. So that's a good one to get it started. Bills and Dolphins Thursday night to kick off week 2. So that'll be great. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Troy West. Hope you guys enjoyed this show. We'll come every Monday and go over all the games. And I'll see you guys then. Thank you so much.